Hey, Greg, thanks for talking to us. Wanted to know your general thoughts on the game. It looks like you guys had a pretty dynamic first half, maybe a little slower in the second half. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I think fair point. I mean, I thought we had some chances in the first half. I thought we were moving. Still challenged the guys to move the ball forward just a little bit faster, see if we could build some more speed into our attacks, try to get Julian building a little more speed into the attack on that right side, because I thought Sam was giving us a good run over on the left. But I thought we, by and large, I thought we were pushing the game in the first half. I thought in the second half, at times we were not as clean with the ball, not as clean in our possessions. We weren't able to get into the pockets until a little bit later, second part of the half, where we're able to get into those spaces on the outsides of those two central midfielders, and then we need to build some speed into those attacks and get some numbers in front of the goal. Victor was struggling a little bit physically, so we switched him off and tried to put another forward on. I think whenever you change a forward and a midfielder like Victor, you're going to lose some possession out of it, because Victor's such a good possession-oriented player who drops into the midfield and creates numbers. And now when you have two strikers, that's one of the things you kind of lose sometimes in that scenario is you get two guys high, and that's one less number that's in the midfield to overload to find some of those gaps. And so I think that led a little bit to us being a little clunkier and through the second half a bit. But it also was, the objective was to try to get another guy running through in the box if we could get into some of those crossing situations. So I think that was that, and then I think the game starts to open up as guys get a little bit tired, as little mistakes start to happen here and there on both sides. The game starts to get really stretched, and then it becomes anyone's ball game. And then on the end, I think sometimes we were just rushing our attacks. We weren't allowing for some of our attacks to develop, especially on the right side where we were trying to get some overloads and create some numbers. We were just so fast to go away from it instead of getting guys there to be able to get Fish running around the outside because he was fresh. Jules was struggling a little bit with just his shins and just had pain through his legs. So. Tried to get Fish on with some fresh legs there, and tried to get Sasha in to just kind of organize some of the running and to try to organize some of the crosses. But we were, again, like I said, we were sometimes in a rush on that side, and I felt the rush turned into turnovers, and the turnovers ended into attacks going the other way sometimes. So that's kind of how I felt about it in the end, and I thought the effort by the guys was, again, an incredible shift and work. It's a tough third game, and we came from being on the road, and they came from being home, so it's a tough third shift, but I thought guys put in a great effort. And I thought we left a couple goals maybe on the table in the first half especially. We had a couple headers just over the bar, or a couple balls in the second half maybe that we can. Nick had one, I think, and maybe Dayon had one that just went over the bar. It also becomes a game of execution as well, just in those final actions. So.
Do you worry at all only getting one shot on goal for the entire game? I know you talked about the two that went off the crossbar as well, but does it feel like the offense is getting closer to clicking, or do you still have some concerns there?
Yeah, I still think some of our final actions have to be tidier. We have to have better choices. Our runs can be a little bit cleaner. The timing can be better. I think we're getting into good spots, but we've got to get more things on the goal, and we've got to make the goalkeeper make more saves, right? And we've got to put more pressure on the net. We're kind of around the net. We're kind of in the box, but not enough of it is actually on the frame and making the opposition really come up with plays or saves for sure. So those are things that are they concerning? Of course, we're at that time of year where you want to be putting multiple balls on net, and you want to be scoring goals. And we're fighting for every goal we get right now.
Thanks, Greg.
Next, we'll go to Damon Calhoun.
Hey, Greg. Second game, we haven't seen Kevin Cabral at all. Where is he at in this process? Maybe in this game here, where guys are dragging a little bit, he could have been a guy you could have brought on last 10, 15 minutes there for a little burst there.
Yeah, well, he played last game, and he didn't miss. He came off the bench on the last game, and why he didn't come in today is between Kevin and I and our team, and some of the things that we're looking for at this point in the season. So it's not always just about being able to run. Sometimes in this part of the season, we need a little extra something in the fight. And so, Kevin knows, is aware of where we're at, and needs to bring that every single day. We're in that stretch where you gotta compete, you gotta battle, you gotta fight physically, you gotta do all the little things to help the team. I want him to fight through that right now and to push. And he knows where we're at, and he's going to get there because he has a lot of talent. But we want to just push him a little bit on some of the other stuff.
And as you go into the international break, what's the focus you want to get through the guys that'll be on the training field here in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously as you've seen some of our final actions, trying to get the timing right, trying to get the last ball, the last action as right as possible, getting to the areas we want to get to. But I feel, again, like our timing, our final pass, our final decision, our final run, those things are still a little off from where we'd like to be. I thought we were more efficient around the goal in the first part of the year. I don't think we were necessarily creating more chances in the first half of the season. I think we were just finishing more of the chances that we were creating. And therefore it feels different. I think we're in the box more. I think we're controlling games in the opposition's half a little bit more now than we even were at the beginning of the year. We were more efficient around the goal in the first half of the season. That equated to goals, and in the end it equated to us being able to get results and get on top of games. And it's another game where we give up the first goal off of a set piece, and then we're pushing for the game through the stretch. So we got to work a little bit on the final action. And just try to get our timing right as much as we can. We won't have everybody here, but we can certainly work with the guys that we have, and we can spend some time with Javi and Decky working a little bit in front of the goal to mix and match their runs. Sometimes I feel there's a lot of similarities in the two of them, and sometimes we can work to get them playing off of each other a little bit more and working together. So when we play with two strikers, that can be an option too.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next we'll go to Jonathan Siegel.
Hey Greg, thanks for the time as always. Just coming out of this result, the point, how do you evaluate that in terms of the broader just kind of playoff picture, what you guys are fighting for? What's the emotion right now as you guys settle from this result?
Yeah, I mean, I think the guys they're exhausted. It's been one of those weeks where they battled incredibly hard. I thought in all three games, the first two being on the road, the third one at home against in an emotional game against your rival. I think guys obviously they're battling to get the 3 points that I think we all feel like we need to kind of just shift our momentum and to maybe see a little bit of breathing space in the table. But we didn't get it. The emotion is right now, they're just tired right now from the effort and the week. I think there's a little bit of, I thought after the last game there was a lot of the group was angry and that they gave up at least even a point, but didn't get the result in RSL, which I thought was a great response, and I thought they put the shift in today. As far as the table, we're in the picture, in the playoff picture, and we have everything to play for. We need to keep battling these games out one at a time and keep working. That's it, and keep the fight that we're doing, and keep working on executing a little better on the final action. I thought. And the run of play over this stretch, I think most of our defending has been a little better. We'll see you, John. Tonight they got us on a set piece. Obviously, they had some other chances, which is normal in a game that gets stretched and when you're going for it.
And last question, we'll go to Scott French.
Hey, Greg. Wondering what the frustration is like through this slump that you guys are going through, both for you and perhaps in the locker room. And looking big picture, where do you feel that you are in this project in terms of, this is still a team that's being built. This is still a project that's relatively early in its construction. Mm-hmm. And you kind of go through moments like this when you are in that type of situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think where's the group? Again, the group is working hard. They believe in themselves, and they believe in the direction and the fight that they're putting in. They're good. We're just looking for a break, and a break could come with Raheem Edwards picking up a second yellow card when he fouls Javier driving to the box. That could be a break. You could put a goal in to deflects off somebody. We're looking for any break right now just to kind of get some momentum. We're looking to connect a little bit, on any situation that can get to fall in our favor a little bit, because I think the guys are working really hard and the effort is there and the commitment is there. So we're looking to execute that one extra time where we can get that result. So there's, the guys are good. They're fighting. They're obviously frustrated, as they should be. But I think with any new group, and especially as many new players as we have in this team who haven't played in these sort of critical crunch moments at the end of an MLS season, late, where every game feels like it's even more important, it's bigger, where the eyes are on the table. I think this is the moment that every team has to go through, because this is where you learn what the league is all about. It's not in April or May or June is where you learn what MLS is all about. You learn right now at this stretch, and then going into the playoffs what the fight and what MLS is about. And you have to go through this period as a group to become resilient and to fight and to grow. And I think that's what this group is working through right now. Figuring out how to win games in these moments. This is what makes teams resilient. I bet if you look through any of the teams that are at the top of the table, most of them have gone through stretches where they've had to battle. Maybe not this year. It might have been last year, or in the process of building. You all have to go through the resiliency stage to understand and learn how to win games, the bigger games in this league.
How confident are you that you're about to emerge from this?
Yeah, I'm confident. I'm confident because of the work that the guys are putting in. I'm confident because we're getting chances. I think, again, execution is a big part of it now. I feel like there's pieces together. Again, I think it's not perfect yet, but I think we with the effort and the commitment and the ideas that the guys are putting forth and the work that they're putting in towards in that final phase, I feel like we're building speed, and we've got balls into good areas. We've got a lot of the ingredients that we need to win games, and now we need to it's just execution in the final phases that will help us to get over the hump.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Yes, thank you.
You guys are winless now in 9. Talked to Greg, and he was talking about how you were looking for a break. Whether it's a ball that bounces off somebody who goes in the goal, whether it's some of the headers maybe that hit the crossbar today actually go in. Is there a frustration mounting that you guys are putting in the shifts but you're not seeing the results?
Yeah, actually it is. Not so much, but of course when you are not winning games and it's a big stretch that we didn't get 3 points, of course you have a bit of frustration, even more when you deserve sometimes to win. I think in Austin we were much better than Austin, for example. Finally we lost the game with 2 mistakes that we are not ready, or we are not fighting sometimes enough, and we are giving some chances to the opponent that we don't have to do it. Again, Salt Lake, it was the same. I think we deserve also to win because we had more chances. At the end of the game, they got this chance, and this guy scored an amazing goal also. And today, I think it's a bit the same. I think we create a few chances in the first half. We felt that we were under control. And then in the second half, I think it was like more 50-50. They had the ball, we had the ball, but finally we create more chances than them. And like you said, we hit 2 times one time the crossbar, 1 time the post. And this is football. When you don't put it in the back of the net, then you pay it, and we have to keep it up, to continue like that. Now we have a break, and we have 6 games left. That it's 6 finals. It's still on us because we are still in the playoff, but everything is more tight.
Is there any concern? You guys only got 1 shot on goal for the entire game. We talked about the crossbars. Greg said maybe you guys are rushing your attack a little bit. Is there concern that you're not finding the back of the net right now?
Yeah, of course. When you are not scoring goals and not winning games, it's always a concern. We are trying our best always, but like Greg said, I think he's right for sure. Sometimes we are a bit like rushing the things. We are trying to make more things that maybe we should or we know. I think we have to do sometimes more simple, because the simple things are the difficult ones. And this is my thought, and this is the way I play always. I think we have to move the ball faster. We have to move the ball more easy, like playing one touch, two touch, and don't be like you want to be the hero, you know, just play for the team, try to create these spaces, and finally the chance is going to come, like in the first goal. Of course, today I give an assist, it's a good assist, but the finish from Sam, it's also great. Then I think we have to find these moments when we really find these kind of spaces to put some guy or some teammate in front of the goal, one against the keeper or one against the defender, and don't rush the things like Greg said. I totally agree, of course.
Thanks, Victor.
You're welcome.
Next, we'll go to Kevin Baxter.
Hey, Victor, thank you for your time.
Hi, thank you.
Going into the break, you have, you're winless in 9 games, but you're still in the playoffs. So you have the positive thing still being the playoffs, but you're struggling a little bit. Is that something that's going to weigh on your mind in those 2 weeks? How do you approach this? That you're kind of lucky, or you kind of snaked it?
No, we are approaching every game like a final now. I think every team does the same. It's only now 6 games left. We have a break now, 2 weeks break, and we're gonna get Portland here, that they are in an amazing period now, that I think the last 7-8 games they didn't lose. And it's also a rival because they are, I think, like 4 or 5 points ahead of us. If we get that win, everything is going to be more tight. I think like we have to think in ourselves. Like you said, we are still in the playoff. Everything is, like I said also before, everything is more tight. And we feel also, of course, the pressure from the other teams that they are coming hard and they are doing the things right also. But we have to believe, and we have a great team, we have a good team, we show it during the whole season. Of course, now we have this stretch that we couldn't win in 9 games, but still everything on us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, we'll go to Scott French.
Hey, Victor, you've played for a long time, so you're used to the ups and downs of how a season can go. We've seen this team go through some very good stretches where they played very well and they got results. Are there things that you were doing then that the team is not doing now?
No, I think we are still doing the same. Of course, we had a lot of games also, like 3 games per week. It's not easy to play. We have to do also some, the coaches has to do some rotation. They have to change the guys because we know that we have to have everyone healthy for the end of the season. And it's not easy. It's not easy this season. I think it's a lot of games in a short period. Also, the guys going away for the national team. But on the field, we are doing the same. I think it's more about scoring more goals, not conceding much goals, and also believe. Like I think when you believe on what you are doing, I think everything will come. And also, we don't have the luck in our side now. That's all. I think we are doing the same things. We didn't change anything.
Has the belief changed?
No, of course no, but sometimes it's also the lack and the frustration, like I said before. You are trying the things doesn't come, you want more, you are creating things. Sometimes we give like soft goals, and we should be more strong and more aggressive, and more aggressive in these zones, in these like defensive areas. But for the rest, I think we have the same belief. We have, like I said, a good team, great team, that we're going to fight for everything, and we are still in the playoff. It's all on us, like I said before.
Thank you, Victor.
You're welcome.
Next, we'll go to Josue Lopez.
Thank you so much. Hola, Víctor. Muy buenas noches. Un gusto saludarte. Ya decías un poquito ahorita en inglés sobre las áreas de mejora que puede tener el equipo, quizás más agresividad en ofensiva, contundencia al ataque. ¿Dónde se mejora esto? ¿Se mejora en los entrenamientos ahora que tienen 2 semanas? ¿O en los partidos a ver si se hizo un buen trabajo durante la semana? ¿Dónde se mejoran estas áreas?
Bueno, se mejora sobre todo en el entrenamiento. Está claro que contra más fuerte entrenes, luego más fuerte vas a competir. Sobre todo esto que hablaba de la agresividad. Pero es en el partido. En el partido yo creo que es donde tienes que demostrar. Tienes que demostrar que el rival es un enemigo, que tienes que ir más fuerte que él, tienes que darlo todo, tienes que quitarle la pelota. Alguna vez, pues si tienes que pegar alguna patada, pues tienes que pegar una patada. Está claro que sin ir a lesionar a nadie, porque todos somos personas y somos futbolistas y nadie quiere lesionar a nadie, pero ser agresivo es lo importante, y tenemos que ser todos agresivos, desde el ataque hasta la defensa. Está claro que muchas veces decimos que tiene que ser la defensa más agresiva, pero eso lo decimos porque son los jugadores que están detrás, los jugadores que impiden que nos marquen goles. Entonces, creo que normalmente también nos sacan muy pocas amarillas. eso ya dice mucho de nosotros, que a lo mejor no somos lo agresivos suficientes, pero en estos últimos partidos creo que eso ha cambiado y estamos trabajando para que así sea y para que nos creen las menos ocasiones posibles, y nosotros en el otro lado pues intentar siempre marcar más goles que los demás para ganar esos partidos que ahora no estamos ganando.
Y a pesar del resultado siguen en puestos de playoffs. ¿Qué puntos positivos sacan del partido de hoy?
El punto positivo es la actitud del equipo, que siempre estamos al 100%, que siempre peleamos como una familia, como siempre hemos dicho, lo damos todo a pesar de las circunstancias que tenemos ahora en contra, como te he dicho, que la suerte no está con nosotros, que estamos creando ocasiones, que somos mejor que el rival. Y bueno, seguir así, son 6 finales, cada partido es una final, y tomárnoslo así como si fuera playoff, y seguramente vamos a estar ahí, porque de momento seguimos estando donde queremos estar. Está claro que nos gustaría estar un poquito más arriba después de estos 9 partidos, de esta mala racha que tenemos, pero ahora olvidar este punto, olvidar este partido, ya fue un punto. Siempre es bueno sumar en estas circunstancias, pero hubiéramos querido sobre todo sacar los 3 puntos para también dejar a LAFC un poquito más atrás.